thing breaks again, and then oh wait, I was getting worried that I didn't add you in the description or anything, but there's no channel, is there?
There's not. No, you're good.
There should be.
There should be.
Right. No channel, is there? Hello, everyone. How are we doing? I'm here with Jid. Do you remember Jid?
I exist. I'm back.
Jid exists. There you go. Right. Damn. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I fell asleep. I fell asleep when leaks came out. I saw 0 panels. I woke up at 1 p.m. and it took me an hour to realize that leaks would be out and I could go read them. So I was just like, oh shit, yeah, leaks are out. Went to start reading. And I saw the thing. And it got to about 4:30 and I was like, crap, I need to make a video on this ASAP. So I made the fastest video I have ever made in my whole damn life. So I apologize for the delay, but it was worth it. The best JJK chef is here? Who's that? Do you mean me? I'm far from the best. Kusakabe is the best JJK chef.
Hey, if that Yuta theory comes through.
Okay, I will be the best if the user theory is correct. But I'm gonna get clowned for it a lot first, and that's fine, because, like, deal with it, you know? I was sleeping when Gojo retired. I was. Gojo believers assemble, yes. I can't believe there are still people in denial. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's actually him coming back to fight or not. Like, it's happened. There is a return. Gojo mentioned, you know, like, that's all that matters. In some form, there is a return.
Toto's injury was worse than Gojo's. I'm sure he can. I'm sure he can come back. Yeah, I think I'd rather lose my hand than my legs. No, I wouldn't. No, I'd rather lose my legs than my hand. How am I meant to win Val games?
To be fair, yeah, we spend all day. I spend all day making JJK videos and playing video games. I kind of need my arm. Oh, Gojo lost an arm as well.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
And he gave that one back.
Yeah, it's screwed. He is Satoru Gojo Kusakabe. That is very correct. Sukuna is being a schizo at the moment. Bro, Sukuna is losing his mind. He's actually losing his mind. This guy is so washed. He's so unbelievably washed. He's just getting clowned by kids. If
I had to deal with Boogie Woogie 50 times in a single second, I would lose my shit. I completely understand Sukuna.
Guys, I want to know what you think. I'm going to do a poll. But I... Yeah. Is Toto a special grade?
See, so we got Gojo before Nobara, but did we? What if this is Nobara? Nobara 6 ice?
Okay, guys. I've started the poll. We're talking about Toto. He got an insane buff, as if he wasn't strong enough already. And he basically just... He is so smart with the way he uses his technique. Like, it's such a hard thing to use. But he's so good that, like, Sukuna was just straight up getting outsmarted. He was thinking he knew what... He was thinking he knew what Toto was gonna... No, he was thinking... Oh, I've lost it. Give me a second, guys. ADHD fucking level 100 right here. Yeah, Sukuna thought he knew what Toto was gonna do. So then Toto was like switching up constantly and just outsmarting Sukuna. It was so good. Let's see what the poll's saying. Damn, I thought a lot more people were gonna say only with Yuji, but 50% is just straight up yes, Toto is a special grade.
I got mistaken for Jeff.
Kusakabe, you got mistaken for Jeff. So Toto is like... Kusakabe, I'm very sorry, but throughout the entirety of JJK, I've been a firm believer of, like, Toto is just the best grade 1 sorcerer. I don't think it's even close. Like, when you put him with someone else as well, he is just straight up the best.
I think Me and you were talking about this earlier, but I think the only two sorcerers that compete with Gojo, would compete with Toto in a jumping, Yuta because he brings Rika, so then it makes it a 3v1, and Gojo, but that's just because it's Gojo. It's Gojo.
Yo, is it Tiberius? I guess. Thank you very much for the $5. I appreciate it. I see you cutting around on a lot of other people's streams. Arame pulling up with a haircut in this one and opening the domain. I think Sukuna's brain feels funny. Sukuna's brain definitely feels funny. I don't think Sukuna stopped and then shat himself seeing Arame pull up, but if that's what happens, so be it, man. At least Arame beat Hikari.
Did you see that a lot of Japanese fans were saying that it wasn't Sukuna who said domain expansion?
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a look because he was, but to be fair, he was doing his little hand sign.
But he was doing fucking Infinite Void.
Yeah, but he did that for the last domain as well.
Why does he do that? Who do you think he is?
It's an improvised hand sign apparently for the thingy.
Yeah, I wonder
and
where
the hand signs mean something. It's really cool. I did some research on it a while back, and it's like each hand sign actually represents something. And I think my favorite is Yuta's. I can't remember what it was, but it was really good.
Of course, your favorite was Yuta's.
I think Gege just really likes Yuta. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I mean, he did literally start Jujutsu Kaisen. I feel like it would be wrong to write this, manga that dominates the world and then forget where it started.
You always got to forget your roots. That's exactly what the opposite what you do. You always got to remember your roots.
Forget your roots, guys. Always.
Yeah.
I hope they sacrifice Panda to revive Gojo.
Forget who they are.
Yeah, true. I mean, I have forgotten a lot of them. If Yuta theory is correct, I'm gonna fly to England and do some diabolical stuff. Bro, you are not finding my address. Hell no.
Anyway, if people pay me enough, and I know some things.
My ping pong hand theory was close, which is ironic because I was kind of trolling. But yeah,
I mean,
I got that right, kind of.
I mean, I would say it's right. I would say it's right.
I mean, it's literally a paddle and a little ping pong ball.
Yeah,
that, like really rapidly tap each other. That's kind of crazy. 50 times in a second is mental. That thing must be vibrating like, I mean, it is called what's it called? Like the vibro slap or some shit.
Yeah, vibro slap.
What do you think of Gojo Ghost being Takaba? I think Takaba is long gone, buddy. I'm not gonna lie. Takaba is too strong. He is way too strong for this fight. He has to stay down.
A couple of times on Twitter. I would be very, very, very upset if it was just Takaba playing jokes.
I'd be very surprised. I just think like Takaba has to stay gone. He can return maybe like after JJK just for shits and giggles, but I don't think Takaba is gonna do anything.
I think if when they deal with the merger, it removed the sorcerers that Kinjaku awakened, and then like that's how Higuruma and Takaba come back to the story just as regular people again. I think that would be cool. Kinjaku awakened. But what's even cooler is my food has just arrived. Oh. So I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Alright, no worries. I'm sure I can manage the stream by myself for a bit.
We'll see. Alright, I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah. He'll be back, guys, don't worry. Is the voice you use for videos/streams your actual way of speaking, or is it manufactured for content creation? It is my normal, like, I don't pull a voice. I mean, you can hear me talking now, but you have to, like, kind of emphasize stuff strangely to get your point across in a video. I don't know, like, it is slightly different, but not really. Like, it is pretty much the same. It's just because I script my videos, I normally manage to get through a whole sentence without stuttering or, doing what I do on stream where I sit and ramble for a bit. So it sounds a lot more consistent because I, like, cut it down and also script it. Do you think Sukuna would start the merger since he's in a near-death situation? I don't think so. Well, I don't know. To be honest, I'm not even going to pretend to know. I have no idea. I have no clue. I mostly feel like Kenny took over Gojo. I think that's so Like, I don't understand why people think this. Why would Kenjaku want to take over Gojo? How would Kenjaku take over Gojo if we've seen Yuta impale his brain? And then also think about, like, Kenjaku would have to be alive, have to have, like, had some way of getting to where Gojo is, finding Gojo, killing literally everybody around Gojo, which probably includes Yuta at this point. Like, Kenjaku would just have to stage a straight up massacre and then, like,
Back.
take Gojo. And then also, like, if Gojo's not alive, then he wasn't healed, which means Kenjaku would have to find a way to heal Gojo so that he's got legs, you know? Like, it doesn't make sense, bro. Nah. So why does Kenjaku want Gojo? Why? He doesn't want to be the strongest. He doesn't care.
Gojo, surely he would have done it when when Gojo was, like, trapped in the prison realm. Like, not when he was actually inside the prison realm, but, you know, in the prison realm, like, when he revealed that he was Kenjaku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he could just kill him right there, I guess.
He couldn't have done anything. So if he just took his brain
I'm
out.
guessing there's some sort of, like, condition with the technique, though, or, like, some kind of, like, vow or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really don't think it's Kenjaku at all. Kenjaku has also just no interest. He is just accidentally top 5. Kenjaku does not care about being the strongest at all. So I don't know why he'd go to the effort to find Gojo specifically instead of just getting some other random body. Gojo is hot though. You're so right. What if Mahito secretly created a baby Gojo and now he's all grown up? That might be the best Jujutsu Kaisen theory I've ever seen. That is flawless logic right there. What if they use the souls of Higuruma, Gojo, and Yuta to create a curse puppet like Panda? See, that is something I mentioned in the video, and I think it is a possibility. It is a real possibility. I hate it. I don't want it to happen. I think that's really cruel and just, like, unnecessary to have 3 souls stuck inside this, like, cursed corpse. Like, I don't know. I just think it's not very nice for Yuta and Gojo. They deserve better. And like, yeah, just no. But again, it's real. It's a possibility.
Principal Yago return.
I mean, it would be Gakuganji kind of, like, can figure it out, probably, right?
Yeah.
Because he knows stuff, I guess. Or Panda can kind of help. I don't know. I just don't like it in general. Screw Panda. What if Gojo is the friends we made along the way? Wow. Yeah, I can really see Lobotomy Kaisen picking up after this one, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, that's Gojo's
I think
dream,
we're
right?
screwed. Huh?
Gojo's dream is for the story to be about the friends you make along the way.
It is. I thought you were trying to say Gojo's dream is to start Lobotomy Kaisen again.
Oh, no.
It seems like a very Gojo thing to do, I can't lie.
Yeah.
Imagine if it's just some random character we've never seen who somehow got the 6 eyes. Gege would be in trouble. A lot of trouble.
Imagine it's a different Gojo member.
We're about to hit vasectomy Kaisen levels in the next 7 days. Bro, that's the upgrade. Ghosto tells Sukuna, I told you I'd win, and then Yuji cleaves the shit out of Sukuna. Yeah, I mean, I think, like, I said that in the video as well. It could just be that Sukuna is literally dying right now. Like, it's just over, and he's seeing Gojo's, like, soul or ghost the same way that, you know, Jogo and Kashimo communicate with Sukuna's soul. It could just be that Sukuna is fully losing right now, and he's seeing Gojo's soul.
The thing I love about this chapter is if you take away the Gojo panel, this is still one of the best chapters we've had in weeks.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that fight is,
it's
like...
so good.
Toto is incredible. Like, unreal. Genuinely, like, Toto's, like, use, impact, even at this point, like, actual strength, he's a heavy hitter. It doesn't hit heavy as the other heavy hitters, but, like, actual usefulness, way above Hakari. Voice stopped working. Hakari can help himself, and literally just himself. Like, he just lives. That's it. Yeah, what's up, Adrian? But yeah, Toto is just so useful to everyone that Toto over Hakari, like, straight up. Just more useful. Just more impact.
Oh, Adrian said that he'll be more active in 20 minutes. Should we just wait? Just say go do something else?
I'll sit in silence for the next 20 minutes and wait for Adrian.
Yeah.
Why not? MHA ended and Twitter has flooded with Gojo coming back, which is not even confirmed. Did MHA end?
No.
That doesn't sound right.
It really didn't. I didn't read the leaks today. I like started reading them and I realized I just didn't want to. I don't know. I think it's because they come out on the same time as JJK. So like I blow all my steam on JJK and then I'm like I can't really be bothered anymore.
Yeah.
But from the first like 4 pages I read, it did not seem like it was the end of the series.
Yo, what's up, Karma? Xylo, is that how you say that name? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Bro's ADHD is almost on par with mine. My ADHD technique is hard to beat.
An important character was wait. I'll tell you what. I'll read the chapter.
What's going on with my hair? The hell? Whatever. I don't care.
Oh,
I just knew you'd go off with
you.
use a 6-size theory after the leaks. Your video is great. Ah, thank you. I appreciate that, Adrian. Do I read other mangas? Not as many as I should, or you would think I do. I'm kind of caught up on Kagurabachi. I'm reading / watching One Piece. And I'm nearly finished Demon Slayer. That's about it. I need to read Sakamoto Days as Mob Psycho. I haven't read Mob Psycho. I've only watched the show.
Oh. No. How far are you into it though?
Mob Psycho?
Yeah.
Oh, I finished it weeks ago.
Oh, really? We
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
mention.
It's Mob Psycho is season 2 is like JJK level good. I love Mob Psycho. I did not expect to enjoy it as much as I did. I nailed the pronunciation. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I don't know, like, how... What do people normally say? I don't know. I feel like that's the obvious option.
The only thing I can think of is like X-Wilo.
I mean...
I would have said Xylo as well. Though.
Like... People tell me I can't read. Can we talk about just how hard Toto and Yuji clowned on Sukuna this chapter? Everyone is talking about Gojo and no one is pointing this out. Yeah, Toto and Yuji are actually unstoppable. Like, just... I can't think of, like, a better duo. Even, like, Yuji and Yuta was... With the amount of stuff Yuta has... If you threw Toto into that, into that domain, they just straight up win. He is way too valuable. He's so good. And Yuji cooked as well. Hit another Black Flash, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Again, hitting Black Flashes when the brothers are around. Like, Toto just buffs Yuji. Chozo buffed Yuji. Like, that's just how it works. Gojo and Sukuna, best duo? Maybe. No. Imagine if Toto collapsed and accidentally teleported the top half of Gojo's body onto the battlefield. That'd be interesting. At this point, honestly, if the top half of Gojo is alive and can use his technique, I think Half Joe fully wins against this version of Sukuna. Like, just give him his full technique and everything, right? And no legs. I think Gojo wins. This is how beat up Sukuna is right now. Now, you can still fire a Hollow Purple from there.
Have you seen that? I keep saying I want to say Taka, but Yuta didn't Perception Blitz Kenjaku. It was Boogie Woogie.
I've seen the theory. I think it's just straight up wrong because of what I said earlier about the parallels between that and Volume 0. It's literally the exact same move. But maybe, you could be right. What about the lower half? Yeah, I don't think Gojo's legs are doing anything to Sukuna. Toto can be a musician. Yeah. I hope after, because I'm pretty sure, is Mei still streaming all this? I don't even know. This is the ultimate happy ending, is Mei streaming all of this. Toto is out here saving the world, goes home after they finally win, and lives happily ever after with Takada. Because Toto then becomes more famous for like saving the world than Takada ever was, and then they just, I don't know, go off to Malaysia or some shit. The bottom half mate tried to sword fight, bro. Pretty sure Sukuna. Nah, Sukuna's like 8 foot. Sukuna probably wins that. Every crow died, probably. I mean, no, because like Toto was using crows to swap places, right? That's why Sukuna was getting so vexed. He was like, what are they swapping with? And maybe it was just flying crows in constantly. Which must have been really confusing just for Sukuna just to see a load of random birds with loads of cursed energy flying around. Kusakabe joined the fight before Hikari. That guy is not a heavy hitter. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he hits kind of heavy, but not really all that useful.
Is Kusakabe implying that anybody weaker than him can't be considered a heavy hitter? Therefore, also implying that Kusakabe is not a heavy hitter?
I mean,
that's crazy.
It kind of seems like Kusakabe just hits heavier than Hikari. Bro literally kicked Sukuna across a damn city.
Hmm. I do like the idea of Sukuna just being like incredibly bored during that fight. Kusakabe kicked him and Sukuna just jumped backwards.
I mean, Sukuna probably did have like his guard down a fair bit, but we don't need to think about that. Orame really hit Sukuna with the Nah-I'd win curse. Yeah, fully. It's so done. No, I'm implying that the guy doesn't want to fight. Wait. I'm implying that the guy doesn't want to fight at all. Fought before. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Nah, because Sukuna would have known about Mei streaming through the crows. Gojo mentioned at the beginning of the fight. I think Gojo just like had a thought though, right? I don't think he said it out loud, and I don't think Sukuna really is familiar with the platform of Twitch or whatever the hell Mei's streaming on. I'd be very surprised if Sukuna knows or gives a shit.
I think he just said Mei streaming this, so it didn't necessarily mean the crows.
He looks surprised. It was like Mei didn't tell him. I love it. He makes this shocked face and it's just like, oh, is Mei streaming this?
I like the idea that he either Mei didn't tell him or Mei did tell him. He just got really carried away and he was like, "Oh, I forgot."
Yeah, like the world has now just watched me level a city.
Yeah.
Sukuna mentions that Gojo can't blame the damage on him because of Mei though, didn't he? I don't think it's because of Mei. I think it was just like, I think you're just having fun. It was like, Gojo said, "This is your fault." Sukuna said, "No, you." Pretty much it. I really like the dynamic in that fight.
Yeah.
And then, like, Sukuna kills Gojo and just becomes boring. Like, Megane and Yuji were so fun and crazy and unhinged. And now Sukuna, like, for majority of this fight, he's just been boring. Like, strong and boring. The only time he really, like, embodies old Sukuna, I say old Sukuna, it was, like, pre-Heian transformation Sukuna, was when he hit Maki with the first Black Flash. By the way, it's not Gojo, it's Brian. He awoke the Six Eyes. That's a valid theory. I think Brian could be a Gojo. I mean, he looks like a Gojo. Also, what's up, Eternal Flame? Go to YouTuber. Everyone should go check him out, obviously.
I was, as I was walking down to bouldering, I was thinking about Gojo. And I wish he was a bit more like Spider-Man in how he, like, shit talks. Where it's constant and he is just, like, bullying you. Like, I wish we saw more. I don't get why Gojo didn't address Sukuna being the strongest. Because, like, we had, Sukuna mentioned to Gojo that he's plainly ordinary. And he's only really hyped up because Sukuna wasn't around. But there's the fake panel of Gojo saying that the only reason you're the strongest in history is because I wasn't born yet. But, like, that's such a Gojo thing to say. I feel like if I was Gojo, I'd bring it up. I was slapping you in a 3v1,
Yeah.
I'd definitely be like, there's no way you're actually the strongest in history. You fraud.
The thing is, I feel like there was just more. I mean, he could have trash talk anyway, but there was more going on for Gojo there than like because you have the whole, my students are watching, so I'm gonna show off a bit more kind of thing.
Yeah.
There are just like some moments, like the look in his eyes there was like, oh damn, it's over already. I'm not 100% convinced that Gojo actually thought he was gonna win that fight at any point until he actually started winning the fight.
Yeah, I agree. I think he went in completely
Ready to lose, I think.
Yeah, he was like, I'm either gonna come in here, like I'm confident in myself that I'm gonna whoop you, but I know that there's a good chance that you were just gonna completely kill me.
Yeah. I agree. Because like also with the amount of planning that went into if Gojo was going to lose is kind of crazy considering if Gojo really did think he was going to win by that much, then I don't feel like this level of planning would have got into it. But yeah, no, Gojo knew what was up. Like he knew what he was getting himself into.
Could it be a Megami?
He told Gojo he looked like a child with his alien parents. That's very true. He did say that.
That was quite good one.
Gojo was very good at being himself in that fight, I think.
Yeah.
There was no like that's what I feel like Sukuna has been doing since Sukuna transformed. He hasn't felt like Sukuna. He's felt like this thing that we're fighting that's just really strong. Like I don't associate current Sukuna with Megana or Yuji Sukuna. Like I don't feel like they've done a very good job with that. But yeah, Gojo all the way through, even in that fight, has just felt like Gojo. Gojo was locked in, no time to trash talk? Nah, he had time, don't worry.
Yeah. But me and you are both under the impression that Gojo was holding back, right? Because of Megami. Like 100%, like he had like double his strength.
Holding back is I don't think he was holding back. I think he was wary of how he killed Sukuna. Because, like, he was going for the kill, because that's the plan. They said, like, we're going to kill you and then worry about Megami's soul. But that does mean, I'm pretty certain that means the head is out of bounds. So, like, Maki didn't decapitate Sukuna because he needs to be dead, but... Or, like, closer to death than Yuji was at the detention center, but not so that Megami becomes unsavable, you know? So he was I think he was very particular about how he was going to kill Sukuna, which may have had, like, impacts and moments in the fight, but overall, I don't think he was holding back. What I'm confused about is, so it seems like you were right. From what we've seen, it seems like you were right by saying...
Obviously.
When Gojo says, Sukuna didn't go all out, or whatever he says, that statement, right? Does look like it was because he couldn't go all out. Because if he's got Dismantle, Cleave, and the Flames, right? Then Sukuna's already admitted to just not being able to use the Flames against Gojo, knowing that was just not an option. And then Cleave and Dismantle, Gojo tanked that in the domain. So without bypassing Infinity, again, not really an option. So the only thing he was really holding back was the Heian era transformation, which I feel like is slightly overhyped. But it's not like he's got this crazy, like, people are like, oh, he could easily just fire arrow him in the domain. I think it's been pretty cleared up that he's not doing that. So I'm very curious whether it is now just like, yeah, Sukuna didn't go all out because he couldn't go all out, or whether there is other stuff that he hasn't used.
I think both, like, Sukuna was well aware that Gojo could kill him, and he did. Or as much as Sukuna doesn't care to prove he's the strongest in like an egotistical way, he doesn't want to lose a fight, right? He's not scared of death, but he does want to beat Gojo.
Yeah,
but he can't give Gojo everything because he has to fight everybody else, and he's interested. He likes fighting, so he's going to keep doing it as long as possible. And he just wanted to beat Gojo. Kind of like with Yorozu, where he only used Megami's technique. He kind of wanted to beat Gojo.
Yeah, with
Megami's body.
Haraga and stuff as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean the transformation was insurance. Realistically,
Yeah.
if he transformed and then Gojo hit him with a hollow purple, that body is fucked as well.
But like with Gojo, like I think Gojo was fighting at like a third strength. Like my
Third.
go. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh my god, we're gonna have problems if that's what you think, right?
No. Gojo's like he's holding back, but like in this very slightest of way. It's just things like
Yeah,
could he have like decapitated him? Maybe I don't like.
yeah, because
Maybe,
there's
but
that
he
panel
didn't go
where he
for it,
just sticks his hand in his chest, and it looks like he could
Exactly.
have just gone for the neck. But yeah, because I think there were slight limitations, but I don't think he was holding back.
Yeah.
You don't throw a 200% hollow purple at someone if you're holding back, you know? It's just that with the 6 eyes, I feel like Gojo had a very good idea of how much damage Sukuna could take, if that makes sense. So, like, the way Gojo turned up to that hollow purple was like, Gojo never thought a 200% hollow purple was actually going to, like, do anything significant to Sukuna. And the 6 eyes, like, I feel like he just had more information than we did in that fight. Because he managed to, like, what did he looked at Sukuna for a bit, and after a while he just started saying the shrine technique. Which obviously John Weary went and called Malevolent Shrine, but no, he was saying shrine. So Sukuna, like, did get his technique read by Gojo 6 eyes. Like, Gojo knew what was going on.
Yeah.
So I think Gojo had more information than we did, and he had a good gauge on how much damage Sukuna could take. But I don't think he was holding back as much as he was slightly limited in his like, playstyle, I guess. In a similar way that Sukuna was, whether he chose to be or not is irrelevant. The fact is he was.
This is just something I noticed, and it's like playing on my mind now. You know the photo of Gojo you've got on the screen? Is that not Wee Wee's hairstyle? The little quiff to the side. It looks just like Wee Wee.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it. I mean, where's that thumbnail? It's from when Mahito's goading Gojo.
Yeah.
On platform B5.
It's when they're like, there's no way
he's
guy
just
will
about
use
to
a
pop the
domain.
domain, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sukuna's like, haha, no. Sukuna? No, Gojo.
What do you mean?
Can we talk about my goat, Yuji? Nah, Yuji's washed, I'm not gonna lie. Hikari victim.
I'll answer this for you, because me and you both have the same answer. Angel asked, like, without 10 Shadows, who wins High Nero, Sukuna or Gojo? From what we've seen, Gojo. However, Sukuna would not have played that the same way, so there's no way to tell. Because it like you said, if
you just have no
if they get in
idea.
the domain and he has Kamatoke and he hits, like, he would have won the first domain clash. He uses Kamatoke, like, Sukuna's dead. Oh, sorry, Gojo's dead. But like, would Gojo have played it the same way, knowing?
Yeah, it's difficult. It's just difficult, yeah. If Megan a 20 finger 100% power could only use 10 shadows against Maharaga when trying to tame him, does he win, and how hard is that fight out of 10? No shrine or Heian form. That is a very good question. I think it's doable. You need the Ox, I think.
There's not a single sorcerer I would put my money on more than Sukuna.
Yeah.
With that scenario. Like, if Sukuna can't do it, it's impossible, in my opinion.
You've got to do it with the Ox, though. Like, the Ox is the only Shikigami with, like, proper one-shot potential. I feel like Sukuna's smart enough to set it up so that he summons Maharaga and he just gets instantly blitzed by Piercing Ox. Without that, though, it actually will be really hard. So, because I don't know, like, that's weird. Can Maharaga adapt to the 10 Shadows technique? Like, what if you put Maharaga against Maharaga? Who wins that? How do you adapt to adaptation? Which then adapts to... It's like an infinite cycle of adapting. It's really weird.
Good job there's not two of them.
Yeah, there could be. World Cutting Slash is such an arsehole. Gojo endured 1,000 fist mantle and died to just one. Well, it's not like he died to a dismantle. He died to a World Cutting Slash, which is the output of the attack is completely irrelevant. He didn't die to like a normal dismantle. He died to Sukuna's
it's like saying that
Sukuna's
you
technique, which he
gun, so you should survive a revolver.
Yeah, the whole fight was like Sukuna building up to use Mahoraga as a model to learn how to do this, which he then had to use a binding vow for. Looking back on it, like, I don't feel like the world cutting slash is an arseball. What I feel like is annoying about it is that Sukuna kept the world cutting slash after using it. I feel like it should have been a binding vow, one and done. That's how I beat Gojo. It's not a technique I have anymore. But the actual moment itself is fine. I also think it's strange that Gojo couldn't see it. Or, like, it seemed like Gojo couldn't see Dismantle at all, which people tell me Yuji at Gojo can see Dismantle. There's absolutely no evidence of that, like, at all. None.
There's that panel where the Dismantle goes flying past his head and Gojo's, like, looking at it.
Bro has commanded that I answer him. Damn. Answer me. Will Sukuna eat the merger? I think Miwa is a special grade sorcerer, yeah. For sure. That's all I have to say about that, to be honest.
Adrian's so right.
Mahoraga vs. Mahoraga would be like two kids fighting in the playground. I use this power. Nuh-uh, I'm immune to that. Yeah, that's actually so true. That's so true. That's literally is like, this is my my anti technique from the Heian era is pretty much what that fight is.
Nah, you're not rude, don't worry.
Nah, you're fine, I'm taking the piss.
It's just British humor.
What was the question? Will Sukuna eat the merger? To be honest, I'm not gay, so I still don't know, but nah, I don't think so.
Imagine the trolling if it is actually Gojo. He comes back and Sukuna just world cut slashes again. Gojo dies instantly. Beheaded, decapitated, gone.
See, something interesting I see occasionally people talk about is Shoko's curse technique is never actually stated.
No.
So, for all we know, like, I think there are three possibilities, right? Shoko's curse technique is just having this very advanced form of reverse curse technique. Or she could not have a curse technique at all and just be very knowledgeable and skilled in reverse curse technique. Or she's very knowledgeable and skilled in reverse curse technique and has a reverse curse technique related technique that is like she doesn't use unless like there could be a secret thing she has, right? Basically an arse pull, but it wouldn't be that arse pully because like it's not like her technique has ever been stated ever. So yeah, I think like there's a very small possibility that Shoko has something that Sukuna and us don't know about. That's just like, yep, Gojo, do you know what? You get this, like, it's like Kashimo, like a one-use ability. She has like a one-use revive in her life or something. What they call defibrillator. Defibrillator.
Defibrillator.
I thought they were saving it up for her to heal souls. I don't think Shoko's the one healing souls. I think that'll be Yuta or Yuji. Well, Yuta, probably, because Yuji's fighting, so... So can anyone just do a binding vow? What's the requirements besides a sacrifice? Yeah, I mean, anyone can make a binding vow.
That's the question. What is...
Yeah, what enforces binding vows? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I can imagine, like, there's some idiot who made a stupid binding vow when they were younger, when they, like, first learn about it.
That would be
first year at
terrible.
Jujutsu Kaisen, and they're like, oh, I'll never write with my left hand ever again. But I get, like, I don't put on weight as much.
See, that's the kind of shit,
now they're just
like,
genuinely cooked.
Like, that's the kind of thing kids do as well. Is like, you're like, I swear on blah 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 that like it was like this, and they go all elaborate with it, and then accidentally make a binding vow, and then suddenly you've got no toes. Like, you're a bit cooked. I think it's based on your perception. Wait, what is? Well, I read that comment without knowing what the hell we're talking about now. Did Sukuna lose his eyes for binding vows? I mean, it looks like he's still got his eyes, I guess. I don't think so. Gojo, probably. That's not a bad theory. They do just love to shade out Gojo's right eye. It's been a thing since, like, the beginning of the manga. Just love it.
Alex makes a good point. Why wasn't Higuruma able to confiscate the shrine curse technique from Yuji if it was already engraved in Yuji's brain?
I mean, probably did, right? Like, we wouldn't have known if it did. He couldn't use it anyway. It's not a permanent confiscation.
Doesn't it say that what he confiscates though? Have I just made that up?
I don't think so. I think it's just curse technique confiscation is like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it like wasn't active or like it needed to be awakened or something. It wouldn't have taken away curse energy if it was able to confiscate a curse technique. That is true. I mean, it didn't take away cursed energy. It disrupted Yuji's ability to control cursed energy because he didn't have a curse technique. So yeah, you're pretty much right, yeah.
Broken AMVs is right.
Hot take, what Sukuna used on Yuta, Rika, Yuji, Maki was just an amp dismantle and not world-cutting slash since his arms were chopped off so he couldn't make the hand sign and only did the chants. That's not a hot take, that's just facts. Like, unless Sukuna made another binding vow, especially in the slash that he used on Yuta, like, it is definitely just an amp to the max desperate attack. So, because, like, he just straight up didn't have a hand for the sign. The only way that is a world-cutting slash if he used another binding vow that we don't know about, which would piss a lot of people off because he's used a lot of binding vows at the moment, and you know we haven't heard about it yet. So yeah, I think you're 100% right. When he does the chant, people assume it's world-cutting slash. I think it's just a dismantle chant, and it's part of the vow he made that he has to do the chant. But that doesn't mean he can't use the chant to amp a normal dismantle. You know? So, just because you see the chant, it does not mean that he's using a world-cutting slash. He has to fulfill all the requirements. Yuta was not hit by a world-cutting slash. It's chant and hand sign. Yeah, it's chant, hand sign. So he has to have forearms for it. It's like you have to do the hand sign and then also direct it with a hand as well. So he does need forearms to do it and make the chant. He made the chant and he directed it, but there was no hand sign made when he used it on Yuta. Therefore, binding vow or amp dismantle. His arms were definitely not healed when he hit Yuta with that. Wait, I have... Let me add image. I know what I'm doing, guys. Don't worry.
You are a Utamaki shipper, right?
Yeah, I mean, if there's... I don't really get involved in ships too much, but Utamaki and then, like, kind of Gojo Geto are, like, the only two that I really invest in. What was I doing?
Who was the other one? I didn't listen to the other one.
Gojo Geto.
Gojo, yeah.
But like that's I don't know, that one's like it's a little bit less straightforward than Utamaki. Oh, not healed. Oh, my bad. Oh, held. Oh crap. Yeah, my bad. His arms were held. He was also just straight up missing a hand as well. You saw Bill Cipher? Where? Do I think Yuta come back soon? Go watch my video. That'll tell you everything you need to know.
Good plug.
Yeah. I'm not answering that question unless you watch the fucking video.
I remember someone asking you a thoughts on a theory that you made a video about, like, before we streamed. I can't remember what the theory was. Very funny.
Like, hey bro, what do you think of this amazing theory that you created?
Yeah. Do you believe in it? Tell you what, here's a question for you. Eternals in the chat. has he made a video of a theory that you've like watched and gone, that's incredible? Yes, I agree.
Have I watched one of his?
Yeah.
I watched the anti-gravity theory, which I really liked, and I went into it thinking I wouldn't, I wasn't really on board with the idea, but it was I really enjoyed the video, and I still don't agree with it, but it was like had me more convinced than I thought I would be.
Yeah.
What else have I seen? It's not a theory, but I like the like what if Toji didn't die videos. Those are pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, Adrian, what a question. Me and Alonso have been speaking about this, and I've said I want him to do a video on it about assuming that everything that we've seen go like Sukuna use is all he has. How do you take out Sukuna and save Megami?
Wait, what?
So assuming that Gojo doesn't have assuming Sukuna doesn't have anything hidden, how do you go about taking down Sukuna from Gojo's fight? Start Gojo's fight. How do you fix their plan?
Fucking goes to my room. How do I fix it? You've got to just ignore Gojo's character. Is like the first thing. Which is obviously never going to happen, which is why he'll still lose, but Gojo is like probably the only sorcerer, with the exception of Takaba maybe, who can just straight up beat Sukuna if he plays it right. Like, he can have a strategy that beats Sukuna. Because the open domain is like, the whole point is that it allows for, you know, people to escape. And once Gojo has healed his curse technique, he is the fastest sorcerer alive. Still is the fastest sorcerer. So he just, like, leaves the domain and literally just plays a... What's it called? The fucking... Battle of Attrition.
Oh.
Right? It's like you just have to outlast Sukuna. Like, just work Sukuna down. Sukuna either has to move his domain or just, like, fully expand another one. Gojo's still faster. After Gojo loses the first domain clash, yeah, he just needs to accept he's not going to beat Sukuna in a domain clash and not burn himself out by trying to expand more domains. If he does not expand domain... Because, like, he can survive being caught in Malevolent Shrine for a second. Sukuna let him get away with, like, healing the curse technique. Once that curse technique is healed, Gojo can so easily win that fight. Like, genuinely mid-diff win that fight if he just plays like a pussy. He won't ever do that, which is why he'll always lose. But it is possible, which is something I can't say for every other sorcerer.
Geto was alive. How much of an impact would he have on the Sukuna battle? I mean, they just win. Like, sorcerers just win. Geto is so strong.
But do you mean the current battle?
As in, I just assume that, like, if he was alive right now, like, Gojo goes out, Gojo dies, Kashima goes out, Kashima dies, and then Geto is just in the next stage.
Geto would add a lot. Just because of, like, the utility that comes with all those curses is crazy.
Yeah, like, I think he'd have Geto in the back.
He would do better just playing support on that, yeah. And just, like, filtering through a load of really strong curses.
Yeah. Just War of Attrition, buy Shoko more time to heal.
Yeah.
Like we were saying that if Chozo died instead of Yuki, and Yuki is here, like, they just win. Assuming Gojo vs Sukuna goes the way it did, but you could change plans of the others, how would you save? I think your best bet is send someone with Hikari and kill with Arame as quick as possible. I think that is honestly the thing that or like the most minimal change you could make for them to still win.
What have I just read? Wait. Yo,
What
on
the hell?
Twitter they say it's Kashimo, not Gojo. The one named Maya. What do you think? What does Maya mean? Why is it Kashimo, not Gojo? Why would Sukuna be scared of Kashimo? Why would he call Kashimo the strongest? Why would
Maya
the
hasn't
editor
said
make a
anything.
note on the eyes?
Yeah, Maya has not said Maya has not said a thing.
Yeah, it's just wrong. Like, no, stop trolling me. Get out of my comment section.
I just went on his Twitter just to make sure.
Why are people saying Okay, some people are trolling. It's obviously Jogo, but like some people actually think it's Kashimo.
No, God no, God
Like,
no.
can't read, brother. The editor note was like, those eyes are unmistakable. No one has ever looked at Kashimo's eyes and gone, yes, look at those beautiful eyes. Like, what? Dun, 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 dun. 47% of people think, yes, Toto is a special grade, and 33% think only with Yuji. Damn. I really thought it was going to go in only with Yuji's way, but fair enough. I'll just leave that poll there. It's alright. It was a fake Maya Twitter. Yeah, I mean, some people have still not clocked that there is... I'm pretty sure there is only one real Miyamura account that does the leaks, and then the rest of them just like...
Yeah, I just
fakes,
saw the
I think.
tweet that Kuzukabe put in.
You got questions for me about Hakari?
Losers.
I mean, shoot, but if you want to hear Hakari glazing, you're not getting it. Nah, it's Yuji's gym teacher. I was literally thinking that the other day. Yuji's gym teacher might be the real Jujutsu Kaisen. Do you think the merger will happen? To some degree, yeah. I honestly, I'm so lost when it comes to the merger. I kind of just want to wait and see what happens.
I would love for like a kind of like fourth wall break with Sukuna at the end of the series, asking him like, who was the most difficult person you fought outside of Gojo? Who caused you the most pain? Whose curse technique do you think like you could perfect?
Yeah.
That you thought was completely wasted? Who was really good with their curse technique?
Yeah, I just want to kind of get Sukuna in a Q&A.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, JJK could just give us a damn Heian-era flashback. Watch how that's where we start off next chapter about it. Look, guys, we're going on a 15-chapter arc right now of finally getting our Heian-era flashback. Right as we see this, like, we're not going to go back to this moment and see what's actually going on with Gojo for like another 15 chapters. That would be crazy. I'd be down for it because I want the Heian-era flashback, but at the same time, dear God, if I have to wait 15 weeks, probably more with breaks, to find out whether this is Gojo or not, I will lose it.
Yeah.
At Allons-Y, what would Curse Spirit Manipulation be? Oh, I've lost the message. What would Curse Spirit Manipulation be if it had the merging/totality of 10 Shadows technique? So basically, it would be the Curse Spirit Manipulation technique with the ability to merge. That is my incredible insight. No, it would be really strong though. Like, it would just be stronger. Good. Strong technique.
Adrian asked you, what is stronger, your love for Yuta or hate for Hakari? He would ask about Panda, but he knows the answer.
Love for Yuta. Like, I genuinely really like Hakari. I just push the agenda because, like,
Funny.
when I see the Hakari agenda, it's just always Yuta slander. So I just match it. Like, until recently, like, I feel no need to talk about Hakari when I talk about Yuta. I genuinely like Hakari, and it's all just, like, agenda. I think Hakari is kind of not as strong as people think he is, but I don't really care about the whole Yuta versus Hakari thing, because it's just obvious Yuta wins, and that's that. I don't feel the need to actually make a valid point about that, which is why most of my tweets are just trolls. Curse Spirit Manipulation does have the ability to merge curses. Yeah, but it's like, it's Uzumaki, right? Like, you merge the cursed energy of the curses. Like, you just compress them into, like, cursed energy and then fire it. But I don't think he can, like, actually merge two curses into one thing like Agito, you know? Now, are we going back to Hikari vs. Arame? See, that would be a lot worse than a Heian era flashback. A lot. What was that?
What do you think about potential parallels between Nobara and Mahito? I think they kind of work as mirrors to each other in their personalities and curse techniques.
Huh?
And never a parallel I actually thought about, but they do quite mirror each other. I saw someone commented it.
I guess? I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite tired. I'm not sure I processed that.
Nobara's curse technique is attacking the soul, whereas Mahito's is molding it, sort of bringing it up. Personalities I'm not too sure about. They're pretty cool though.
What do you think about doing a video where it's Gojo vs Sukuna, but you have every curse technique on the series on a roulette wheel, and you spin to see who has what curse technique and debate who wins? I feel like Sukuna wins most of the time. All the time. Unless, like, Gojo gets Limitless and Sukuna gets Curse Speech, then
yeah, like
I think Sukuna just wins. Like, if you're taking Limitless away from Gojo, they're both, like, the highest level of genius with Jujutsu. Like, Gojo is probably the only person who stands on Sukuna's level of genius. But, I'm sorry, Sukuna, like, with most techniques... Think about Sukuna's curse technique. If you give it to pretty much anyone else, it's not actually that strong. Like, give Cleave to Nanami, and his output is, like, not gonna really get beyond a grade 1 curse that much. It's just because Sukuna is so strong is what makes his technique so good. It's such a simple technique. You just slice things. Like, if you gave Nanami 7-3 technique to Sukuna, it would have the same effect as Cleave. It would be, like, the same thing. And you just slice Ryu in half. Whereas when Nanami hits, like, Dagon, it does nothing. Literally nothing. I do mean the combos between curses that Geto and Kenjaku had shown, excluding Maximum Uzumaki. I don't remember seeing any. Do let me know, like, where that was from, and, like, what they were, but I don't remember ever seeing that. Sukuna's grasp and understanding of curse energy is crazy. Yeah. It's not Gojo, shut up. Yeah, I agree, it's Yuta. Actually, I think it's both of them. I think it's just like... It's Gojo and then Yuta standing right behind him, and we just can't see him yet. That's actually, like... That's a confirmed fact. I just wasn't really meant to tell you guys, but it is what it is. It's out there now. Sorry, Angel. I'll look for the message. Wait, what was it? Wait, what have you said? I haven't seen you say anything.
I was gonna say I've been reading the chat pretty consistently. I haven't.
Give me a Vibro Slap and I load if the entire verse. Vibro Slap is kind of a crazy name for a weapon that you've strapped onto your hand. 50 per second is kind of mental.
Oh, if it's Yuta, explain the white hair. Where's the white hair?
Brother,
show me the white hair.
Like, the manga is black and white, and they've deliberately gone and shaded in whoever that person is. How have you come to the conclusion of white hair?
Like, genuinely, every single person who said that that's white hair is because you've pictured it as Gojo, so you colored it in yourself, which is valid. I did the exact same thing, but like, there's no color. There's literally zero color. It's all one shade.
It's just literally Gege has drawn an image and shaded it all in.
I do think it's Gojo. I don't think it's Yuta, but like, that is not the reason why.
Also, I'll put it this way, okay? This is like, it's probably Gojo, I agree, but if it is Yuta, it would be very silly to just show Yuta returning. From a marketing perspective, what you want to do, just like everyone thinks, like a lot of people think this is a troll and we're not actually getting Gojo back. The smart thing to do is to set up the end of a chapter to make everyone think that it's Gojo, and then reveal that it's not actually Gojo or what we thought it was in the next chapter. So if it is Yuta, like, it being shaded like that and very suggestive that it's Gojo, in no way confirms that it is, because that's how this works. They're going to set it up so that everyone freaks out, and they can get all the, like, traction and popularity, like, from people thinking Gojo has returned without having to actually impact the story by having Gojo return. They get the best of both worlds by doing this. You get the Gojo, like, has returned, internet blows up, everyone freaks out, and then not actually do it, so it doesn't impact the story that way. Like, it can be anything for that exact reason. Which is crappy, because I wish, like, the story could just be the story, but it's very possible, like, literally anything can happen at this point. It's not Yuta because Sukuna never claimed to have killed Yuta. Gojo has been canonically confirmed dead more than once. Yuta has never claimed to be slain, but I like your thinking on everyone.
Yeah, see, that's a good reason as to why it's not Yuta.
What?
Not just... He's saying that, like, Yuta's not dead. He's never said that he's dead, so to declare that he's dead now would be weird. And also, like, the strongest, like, Yuta is not the strongest, right? So that's why it wouldn't be Yuta.
To claim that Yuta's... Why would they be claiming Yuta's dead?
Because the ghost of the strongest. You don't,
oh, I think that's like, unless it actually is a ghost, it's too literal. Like, Sukuna can literally just be sensing the, like, Gojo level strength and, like, just think, oh wait, I killed Gojo. Like, it's a ghost. It could just be like a way of phrasing it.
Yeah,
Figure of speech. It could be, easily. I'm not saying, like, it could be a ghost as well, I know, but don't take shit like that too literally, you know?
I think the wording is most likely Sukuna is, like, thinking it's a ghost.
Yeah.
Like, it's the ghost of the strongest. It's a physical being. I think that's Gojo. Although, I'm looking at the panel right now, and it looks a lot like Ego from Blue Lock. I don't know if there's a crossover coming, but you never know.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. They're all just going to start playing football, and that's how JJK ends. JJK has never used the word ghost, literally. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, didn't he call Kashimo a ghost as well? It's the same ghost as in Remnant, like how Kashimo is a fallen remnant. Yeah. Gojo is a cursed spirit? I doubt it. I think it's a hologram. We'll see a new curse technique from Shoko or Yuta. What do they gain from setting up a hologram of Gojo?
But let's not have this Gojo reveal draw away from the fact that oh my god, I say Yuta. Yuji is ripping into Sukuna's chest. Ooh.
I love that as Yuji's just standing there tearing into Sukuna, and Sukuna's looking away like, who the fuck is that? You're also trying to... The way he's desperately trying to expand another domain right now is so crazy, bro. Sukuna actually just got cooked. Like, when Sukuna started this fight, sitting on that rooftop waiting for Gojo, I don't think he ever imagined he was going to end up in the position he is now, where he's just getting battered. No. That's so satisfying to think, like, he went into this so cocky, and now he's just being embarrassed by everyone, including Kusakabe. Like, it's so... Sukuna's just shit.
How deadly would the construction curse technique be with 6 eyes level of efficiency?
Very.
It's not wrong. Yeah.
Like, pretty much endless potential there. You can just create, like, if you have modern day knowledge, go, like, go get a degree in engineering, study a bit, learn the composition of stuff, and you've just got, like, you become like the father from Full Metal Alchemist, alright? That's what you'll become, guys, alright?
have no idea.
When he goes God mode, that is what it would be if you had a 6 eyes construction. Kusakabe, the strongest grade 1, don't worry. He is, that's because Toto's special grade now. It's not a bad point. Sukuna was opening a domain and his brain overheated and died and is seeing Gojo because Gojo gave him the brain damage. Yeah, so it could just be that, like, trying to open the domain has fried Sukuna's brain, so he's actually just started tweaking and now he's, like, having hallucinations of Gojo. Which makes sense, but if you've put that in the story as a big, like, ending to the chapter, it just makes it look like, you know, you're just pretty much just fishing for money here. If nothing significant comes of this, it is not a good look.
Oh, I said this morning when you called me. I would like, because we've obviously got that. Someone said domain expansion. It would be sick if the next panel, the first panel for next week, is Sukuna being like, "Who said that? What is going on?"
Yeah.
Next page, all-encompassing love. Oh, true and mutual love. Sorry. Oh, Yuta's back. Come on.
But the thing is like, I don't care if I'm wrong about all of this. Like, I actually just couldn't give a shit if I'm wrong. But if I'm right,
yeah,
it will be. It's like, there's no harm in just throwing all my crackpot theories out there. Because if I'm right, like, I'm gonna have so much fun with it. And then if I'm wrong, I just kind of move on with my day. So there's no harm in just throwing your L takes out into the world, you know, guys? Unless they're, like, really L takes, and then maybe keep them to yourself. In the Japanese community, it's believed that the domain expansion is from the silhouette.
Well, not from the silhouette, just not from Sukuna.
What? I don't understand what that's got to do with language, though.
I have no idea. I don't know if it'll be the way that, like, it's framed.
Maybe.
Or I don't know. I just saw that Maya tweeted it.
With Yuji's hand on Sukuna, we're about to see an Amps cleave from him, especially considering he hit another Black Flash this chapter. Yeah, I think that's very likely. There is no break next week, no. Domain expansion is from a Hunter x Hunter character who basically had one. Yeah, it's the cheetah, right? What was his name? I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
You had to catch him.
Moral was, like, stuck in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a shit domain.
I got told that Bankais are a lot like, you wouldn't know, but a lot like domain. Don't know if anybody in the chat can confirm that or
I've
not.
seen like the shrine things that appear in the Bankai edits behind them when they use Bankai. I have no idea what it is. So what don't you guys want to see next chapter? Arame or Hikari?
Yeah. The only I want to, if it starts with them, be like them talking about the fight that's going on and it drags us to it, that's fine. If I see Takaba or Kenjaku dropping the series,
Kenjaku? I'd be down for a Kenjaku chapter.
oh, I wouldn't. I want to see the result of what's going on.
Realistically, what will happen next chapter is, like, if we do a POV swap, it will be a POV swap to make us think that, like, it will point us in the direction of a theory. So, like, if we get a Kenjaku chapter, it will be for the purpose of making us think Kenjaku is the Gojo. And then, like, it will probably just change it up when we actually see it. So that's why Hikari and Arame is, like, I don't think it's ever going to happen, guys. I'm not going to lie. We'll get, like, just occasionally, casually in, like, one of the next few chapters, we'll just cut back to it. Hikari will kill Arame, and then just, like, we're done. That's it.
What I want to happen is I want it to start in Shoko's lab. And that can easily confirm or deny whether it actually is Gojo, what they're doing with Gojo. Because, like, we don't know whether... Because, like, Shoko might just be entirely putting everything on Gojo. And, like, Yuta, Ilaru, everyone else, Yuta, I forgot everybody else who's been fighting. Like, they might just be sat there bleeding out, and Shoko's just pouring all of it, like, power into Gojo.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Special
We have
source.
no idea what's going on. So.
To be honest, there is no point to bring back Gojo. You see, the thing is, Sentient Microwave, you don't know that, because it hasn't happened yet. Like, it hasn't been written. If you look back on a story that's been written and go, that was bad, fair enough. But there are so many possibilities and ways to do this that will be, like, there are possibilities for Gege to do it well, and there are possibilities for him to do it badly. So, there is no way of knowing whether there's any point to bringing Gojo back. Like, we can't determine that because we don't know what's going to happen yet. It could be really good. Realistically, I know people will hate on it just because they were the people saying, nah, get over it, Gojo won't return, and they'll never admit that they were wrong, which is fine, but if you're... I'm assuming most people on here are sensible, rational human beings. So, have some faith, you know? Have some faith. I don't know why I assume that, it's definitely not true.
Gojo's arc is technically not complete.
Would it be okay for me to post the link to the wiki? Sorry about the spam. What wiki? Wait, what?
About the cursed spirit things, like murder.
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
True, but it would take away from Yuji's progress. Again, it really just depends how they do it. Like, Gojo might not rock up and just hollow purple Sukuna. That's, like, really unlikely. So if they do it that way, then yeah, it can take away from Yuji's progress and be bad, but at the same time, it can be done in a way that, like, makes everything even better. I do get your point, and you're not wrong. It's just, like, there are so many ways of doing this, and some of them are good. So, let's wait for the next chapter and see where we're taking this.
Throat's dry. I think I want Gojo without his curse technique. I think that's what I want.
I think it's all or nothing. I don't want this, like, one eye, half power shit, like...
Oh, no, I agree.
And if it's nothing, it better be passed on to someone else.
Yeah, I want it to be... Oh, imagine it's the same thing with Takaba, where, like, Gojo's the distraction, and then Yuta comes in, slices his head off. And then Yuji's just like, no, Megami, we still had... What are you doing?
Now, see, this is honestly my main reason. I mean, I have so many main reasons. That's kind of a lie, but one of the biggest reasons for why I think Yuta will get 6 eyes is because this, like, the same people who were saying, like, Yuji needs his moment, like, Yuji's the MC. Like, other people also saying that it doesn't make sense for Yuta to become, like, way stronger. Wait, no, I've confused myself there. Point is, Yuji is, like, basically becoming as strong as Sukuna, and all the fans want Yuji to become really, really strong and #1 in the verse. But the whole point of what's going on here is that Gojo didn't want any of his students or Jujutsu sorcerers to be, like, way stronger than the rest. So now that Yuji does have Shrine and he's going to surpass Sukuna and just be better, by the time he does that, he is just going to be inevitably, like, way stronger than everyone else. So there just has to be someone else on his level. Otherwise, Gojo, like, just loses. Like, that's my main thought process, is there has to be someone else, at least someone else, of the new generation who stands on Yuji's level, or can stand on his, like, level in the future, just because, like, Yuji can't be alone and strong. I just don't think that works. I know people want him to be the MC and they want him to be #1 and the strongest, but I feel like you haven't understood Jujutsu Kaisen if that's what you want.
Yeah.
That is not the point of this. No, I am not implying Yuta and Yuji will have a romantic scholar arc like Gojo and Geto before they will both be the strongest. No, no, that's that's a little bit further than what I was pushing. But I mean, if you want to ship Yuta and Yuji, be my guest. I'm not gonna stop you.
One thing I want every Hikari fan to realize and remember in this chat, call back to season 1 when Yuji dies. Gojo's having a little strop. He's a bit sad, and he's talking about special grades, and he says everyone will, or the students of today will surpass the special grade. Blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. But he shows 3 people: Yuji, Yuta, and Toto. Your goat was not mentioned. Suck on these balls.
You got confused there. You're talking about the time he was mentioned, but yeah. So like when Yuji's on the hospital table.
Was he mentioned?
So yeah, so when Yuji was on the hospital table, Gojo's like, Yuta, Hikari, and Yuji will like be on par with me one day. But then later on, when he's in Gakuganji's office, he goes, the new generation will like surpass the definition of special grade, and that's when it shows Yuta, Yuji, and Toto. I think.
You're right. Ah,
guys, he's still right. He's still right. He's still right. It means, basically, guys, it means that Hikari will go to Gojo's level at some point, but then Yuta, Yuji, and Toto will go even beyond that. So, like, we're just moving everyone up a tier from where they are, so Hikari's still a bum. I'm joking, I love Hikari. He is kind of ass, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you guys need to stop glazing Hikari. Like, you have to stop. Like, just, you're not allowed to. I'm banning it. I can't stand when people are like, you need to stop glazing X character. It's like, as if you're not doing the same with another character. Like, it's just called having different opinions. I'm never going to actually, like, genuinely complain about anyone else glazing a character. I want to really try and argue that, like, me was the strongest character. I'm not going to try, like, my ass off to stop you. I'm just going to be like, alright, cool, you think that. I think you're wrong. Move on with my day. It's silly.
Oh, internet cut out a little bit.
Oh, great.
I'm struggling, but I can hear you in Discord.
My stream... Wait.
There we go, we're good. Oh, no, we're not.
My stream looks fine.
What is going on?
Wait, I'm going to watch my stream. Sorry if the sound goes weird, guys. I can't stand when people are like, you need to stop glazing X character. It's like, as if... Oh, fuck.
Now's your chance to say dodgy things.
You jump scared me. Stream looks fine to me, I'm not going to lie.
No, I mean, look at your chat. Oh, it's back.
Oh, okay, now I can see that it started dying. Nice. Gege off-screen, Allons-Y, great. Guys, I think it's in a... They can't hear me, can they? Jid?
I can hear